I'm here because I am a roaring lion crying out righteousness. So have you heard that Hunter Biden's on trial? I think the jury selection has finally been finalized. I think they've got 12 jurors now. And Hunter Biden's on trial for possessing a weapon while and lying on the application to get the weapon because he's a crackhead. And, you know, drug-addicted people are not allowed to have weapons. I don't care who you are. Not even, you know, MAGA people will go along with drug dealers, drug people to have NRA people. They don't want you to, you know, you can't have a weapon if you're a crackhead or a drug addict. And Hunter Biden's a crackhead. Now, I don't say that because I'm trying to be ugly at the President Slow Joe Biden's son. I'm not trying to be ugly, but he smoked crack. What you want me to say? He's a crackhead. Anyway, but he's a degenerate way. You know, his brother, Bo Biden, who was the district attorney of the state of Delaware, died because he was serving in, I don't know, in Afghanistan, and they had these burn pits where they burn all kind of ammunition and clothes and everything else that they don't want to leave. And he said he got cancer, Bo Biden, and he died. And you know what that boy Hunter Biden did? Hunter Biden started sexing up his brother's wife. My goodness, what a piece of trash that boy crackhead is, Joe Biden. And I you know, I say, Pastor Man, your language is very strong as the president's son. He's a crackhead. That language is strong. It's just true. What's worse than that, though, I think about Slow Joe Biden, President Biden, you call him what you want to call it. Hunter Biden had sex with some woman down there in Texas, right? And he had sex with her. She got pregnant, gave birth to a little girl. And Hunter Biden said, "It ain't his. It ain't mine. It ain't my child." Somebody should have locked him up just for that. It ain't mine. It ain't mine. Somebody else. It ain't mine. So the woman said, "Well, you take some sort of test, DNA test. I don't know what it was." Anyway, it proved that the girl is Hunter Biden's daughter, right? But for up until last year, even Slow Joe Biden, y'all call him President Biden. You call him that if you want to call him. I can call him President too. I can be upright. So President Biden said they ain't gonna recognize that little girl as his granddaughter. Imagine you're a little girl, right? You're 6 years old, and the President of the United States is your grandfather, and he's telling people everywhere that he disowns you, that you ain't his child. And Joe Biden did this with that little girl, even after the DNA test came back and proved that it was Joe Biden. By the way, Hunter Biden, he's a crackhead. He got paid nearly $2 million from that place over there in Ukraine just by sitting on the energy board that brought a lot of press to Zelensky, and he made a lot of money. And he alleged, they said that the boy was spending literally thousands of dollars on drugs, hotel rooms, renting fancy cars. That is a crackhead. And Joe Biden steps up and says, "Oh, I love my son." No, Joe, you're wrong. You don't love him. And I know you don't love him. You're just trying to keep people on your side, but you don't love that boy. And then they said, here's what they say. Well, you know, his wife and children died in an automobile accident years ago. The first day he was a senator from Delaware, 30-year-old man. His wife gets killed and the truck runs over the car and everything. So we have to feel sorry for him. So Joe comes out, "Oh, I love my son, Hunter." Your son, Hunter, is a crackhead. And when his brother, Bo Hunter, died, that boy, Hunter Biden, went in there and sexed up his wife for several years until they had to make him stop. Now he's on trial. I hope they put him under the jailhouse. I mean, Joe Biden, and Joe Biden's hands aren't clean either. No, his hands aren't clean either. But I'm not here today to talk so much about him as I am to talk about his son, Hunter Biden. And these politicians, you know, they got all these wicked children, and they try to get away with a whole lot of stuff. But I think it's important that we recognize that this boy Hunter Biden, and he's getting up. Joe Biden tried to work out a deal where someone he had got the lawyers and judges going back a year ago where Hunter Biden would plead guilty to a misdemeanor, do no jail time. But the judge looked at that and said, you ain't gonna put this one, you ain't pulling this one. So the judge kicked it out. The judge said, you're gonna go to trial. Now you got to go to trial. And so now he's on trial now, and potentially he could go 10, 15 years. You know, he said, Pastor, man, you shouldn't be praying that the man should go to prison. Well, I'll tell you here's what I'll do. Because I want to satisfy you. I figure you're a big critic and everything. And you said I shouldn't be praying that the man should go to prison. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pray he don't go free. How's that? Is that more your style? Anyway, Hunter, they got you now, boy.